You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Trevor Macaluso of the Eddy House. And Trevor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we are here to talk, unfortunately, about the rising need for the Eddy House. And it is National Homeless Youth Awareness Month. And the Eddy House has been in our community decades now.
Yeah, we opened in 2011, founded by our founder, Lynette Eddy.
Okay.
Who was a Master of Social Work student at the time and identified that this was a growing need in our community.
And I cannot get over what you have done in that amount of time. I mean, the image behind you, you have a shelter, you have a massive facility now. Go into the growth of the Eddy House.
Yeah, so Lynette founds us in 2011. Around 2015, she opens our first drop-in center in partnership with the Community Foundation. And that was like a 10 to 5 Monday through Friday operation. Didn't have shelter. And then so in 2020, we actually opened the 18,000 square foot shelter that we have today. And even now, since then, we just opened 2 months ago our transitional living community, which is a 36 unit studio apartment complex for transitional housing for youth. And we're so excited. We already have 12 youth in the program.
Wow, that's fantastic. And then the programs that these youth are entering through the Eddy House, walk us through that, because you really provide the support for these unhoused youth.
Yeah, absolutely. Our mission is to create a safe environment for homeless and at-risk youth to build the life and job skills necessary for sustainable independence. So every single day, we're bringing in amazing partners in workforce and healthcare to help provide these youth, life skills and job training, so that they can go find amazing careers in our community through many of our amazing partners like ITS Logistics or Renown, and then have the ability to afford their own apartment one day. And so all of these programs that we have, even our new transitional living community, are steps towards that path of independence.
We were talking before this interview started about the rising need for your services, and tell us some of the numbers. Like, are you seeing a rising need in our homeless youth?
Yeah, we are seeing record numbers at Eddy House. So September of this last year, we saw a 70% increase in the number of bed nights over September of the previous year.
You're kidding.
70%. In fact, in the first 9 months of this year, we've already served more youth than we did in all of 2024. And
is it because kids are aware of you, or is it because that need has grown?
I think it's both. I think the awareness of Eddy House has certainly grown. The idea that we're a safe place, the knowledge of that among the youth has grown, but also the need. I mean, we're seeing obviously huge inflation. Unemployment is huge. I mean, nationally among the typical population, 4.3% is the unemployment rate. But among the youth population, according to the Department of Labor Statistics, it's over 10%. So they're having trouble finding jobs. They're having trouble getting, trained and certifications. We are seeing a large number of our youth coming to us without their high school diplomas. And so we even see that as potential latent COVID effect.
Yeah, so go into that. Latent COVID, we were talking about this, and you said the increased number of kids who don't have their degree or GED.
Yeah, 4 years ago, the number of youth that would come to us, about 65% had their GED or their diploma, and now that's hovering around 50% in just a 4-year difference. And so one of the assumptions that we're making is these are kids who, when schools closed, they went home, and when they reopened, they didn't go back. And the school district has a term for these youth called vanishing youth. They have no idea what happened. And so I think that's what we're seeing at Eddy House, is more and more of these youth showing up and realizing that they could use a little bit of support. So that's what we're there for. We're providing them with job training, getting them in certifications. We actually have 9 students at TMCC that started classes this semester.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's amazing. And so we're seeing some really great, huge impacts as well.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And I was so saddened to hear one of your statistics that you are seeing more high school seniors than you've seen in the past. So these are kids who are going to school. They are, but they're in high school.
They're in high school. They're 18 years old.
Why are they unhoused?
Absolutely. Well, again, over a third of the youth that we serve are former foster youth. And so they don't really have a place. There's oftentimes family conflict that leads to things. Some of this is generational, where mom and dad don't have stable housing. And so, yeah, we have a number of, high school students who are 18 years old and, participating in Eddy House programming. That's one of the reasons why last year we launched our high school hangout program, which does outreach right now to 8 local high schools to provide resources, but also referrals to other great programs in town where these students could be accessing much needed resources.
Okay, so if anyone out there wants to help the Eddy House, wants to either help train, hire, or just provide something that helps the Eddy House, where do they go?
Yeah, visit our website, eddyhouse.org. All the information about how to volunteer, how to get connected to our workforce program, how to come lead groups, but also all the amazing opportunities to partner with us and the community for National Homeless Youth Awareness Month.
Okay, Trevor Macaluso, thank you so much for all that you are doing for the kids in our community.
Thank you.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.